We pushed this 1931 Bugatti Type 51 a little bit too hard this time and it failed. This was my first time racing the Joker and to be honest, I was incredibly nervous. Normally, I'd race my BMW M3, but this event was for historic cars only. The Rover wasn't ready yet either, so when Colin asked me if I'd like to race Joker, despite being terrified, there was no way I was going to say no. Before we could leave, we had a small fuel leak to sort out.
I'm just wondering about. Look. It's come off.
We've done that by fitting a Dowdy seal.
Goes on like that.
I'm already nervous. I'm with a light car, expensive car, a rare car, racing for the first time, and now it's raining. I never had rain at hill climb.
As if I wasn't nervous enough, I found out my handicap had been set at 62 seconds. For comparison, when Colin first started racing Joker, his handicap was a little higher than mine.
I was stone cold. They probably gave me about 67.
67?
Let's just say that didn't help my nerves. Thankfully, practice went much better than I expected. I managed to get close to 60 seconds and I started thinking maybe I actually had a chance. I thought all I had to do was repeat that run. What I didn't realize was that the marshals had been watching, and after my practice runs, they reduced my handicap from 62 seconds to 60.
We just flowed through. The second one, pardon, we were a bit edgy. A bit edgy.
I saw the wall.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going there.
You can see that. And coming around the Torres on the first run, you finished it nicely, and then you were trying to straighten up and went like that.
I was just a gorilla everywhere.
It suddenly became a lot harder. Even so, finishing second in my very first event with the Joker felt like a huge achievement.
Type 51, Paula Larissa Dragonusu.
By the second event, I felt much more relaxed. I wasn't trying to beat anyone, I just wanted to see if I could get somewhere close to Colin's time.
Yeah, I know.
Then came the third race. We each had one more practice run before the timed ones. I'd already had mine, now it was Colin's turn. Then, without any warning, Joker Joker simply said, enough. According to Colin, it all started with a slight hesitation. The engine was still revving, but suddenly the car wasn't pulling anymore. The engine sounded perfectly healthy, yet somehow the power wasn't reaching the wheels. At that point, Colin had no idea what had gone wrong, but as I waited in the paddock, the clock kept ticking. 60 seconds, then 70 seconds, and I knew something wasn't right.
Either the clutch is gone.
I saw it here when you started, and then when you hit the second, it was feeling like, is the clutch?
or we've broken a half jar.
I couldn't help wondering if I've done something on my previous run. I just hope whatever had happened wasn't because of me. We were hoping it would be a simple fix so we wouldn't have to abandon the race. During the lunch break, we took the seats out and got straight to work. Our first thought was that the clutch just needed adjusting, so we made the adjustment and hoped that would solve the problem. Unfortunately, after Colin took it for a quick test drive, it was clear the problem was still there. So at that point, there was only one thing left to do. Load Joker back onto the trailer, head to the workshop and find out what had really gone wrong. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna remove the gearbox cover and see what is hiding underneath here.
You got it.
Well, do you see anything wrong here?
If we have something wrong, it's going to be in this junction here. All right?
Okay.
Probably we ought to go back on our clutch. You've got smaller feet. Now, we're going to go back.
One click.
One. There. It's one click. That's two clicks. One click. Actually, we need to start it. It's going to be quite dangerous with no cover on there.
Wait, so first, yeah, no, it's first, and second,
Yeah, third.
third,
Fourth.
and fourth. So we're gonna try to start it and see what is happening there, and because we want to see and we don't want splashes all over the place, we made a lid. So we're gonna put this here, and this. We will pump the oil out and we're gonna use this thing. Of course, we're still gonna leave a little bit of oil, but just a little bit. Okay, time to put the lid.
Can't keep it going.
The car was in reverse. I completely lifted my foot off the clutch, but it just wouldn't move.
So it is the back.
It is the back, yeah.
I'm afraid it's quite a big job. The exhaust has to come off.
But
And
do you
then-
think maybe we can see maybe something at the axles here, the wheel? Should we remove the wheels? Or when can something be broken from there that is transmitted from the gearbox to the wheels? It's exactly the same noise and the same feeling like my auntie when I put it in reverse. It's exactly the same. Yeah, with you. Okay, so clearly we're gonna need to strip everything down. That will be interesting, never saw that before. So we're gonna need to push it on a ramp. Obviously I can't use the same ramp that auntie is on because it's not that wide. So we kicked out a car from one of the ramps. Now let's push the Joker in. Okay, so we're gonna remove the rear wheels. We're gonna remove that wheel as well because it had flat tire. And then I'm gonna unwind this. Next on the list are these brake cables. So we're gonna need to remove the tray, but in order to do that, we're gonna need to remove the exhaust. I had the moment. Ow, yep. So we're ready to take it off. Is that something that is kept on it? Is normal?
It's this. Just on that bolt.
Yeah, that's
Should go down.
And voila!
Right.
Okay, so I think a good first step will be to check the fluid in the differential. Okay. Oh, I was thinking it's a. Oh my god. Oh. Is that metal or is it just a filter?
I've got a magnet in there, I think.
Lots of metal rings. Next step, we're gonna try to drop the rear axle. So we're gonna do that by removing some bolts. We're gonna start with this ones, then here. So next we will remove the bolts from the prop shaft. it all out. Oh my god. It shouldn't do that.
Oh, too bloody true, it shouldn't.
So on this side it's okay.
So this side,
Yeah, it's solid.
I think this split pin has come undone. Look,
There's no split pin in there.
there's no split pin.
So if it's just missing the split pin from here and maybe this went undone. So we decided to check on the other side as well. If we look on the other side, you can see that in here is the split pin. You can see there. Yeah, there it is. Next we'll try to remove the hub from the half shaft. Ooh, I'd say pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this doesn't look too good.
Ah, it sheared the key.
And look, this doesn't look too good. You can feel it.
Oh, certainly that's the problem. Because that key was driving that half shaft. So the half shaft is FKD.
Okay.
But do you think maybe we can see maybe something at the axles here, at the wheel?
So far we clearly need a new hub and a half shaft. Right, now let's remove on this side and let's see what we see. Well, at least we ended the day with some good news. The left-hand side is perfectly fine. The bad news, this repair might have just escalated.
Take the trumpet off, the trumpet will come off with the brakes.
Well, I guess this was a reminder that when you push a car, things can go wrong, and sometimes they do. We will need to order some parts and obviously to ask for a second opinion to see if anything can be saved or we need to replace everything. Probably we're gonna go a little more in depth to see if anything else failed or not. So I guess this is where I'm gonna leave this video for now. Ding dong. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed coming along for a ride. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new around here, because we're getting close to 25,000 subscribers, which I think is quite awesome. I'm not sure what the next video will be about, either if we'll make any progress with the Joker or maybe with the Auntie, or maybe something else, you never know with these old cars. Either way, thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you next week with a new adventure. Bye bye.